Hey everybody, hope you're having a fantastic day because after all, it's Easter. Here we are with Chef Matt.
Happy Easter, everybody.
Yours truly, Chef Blackie. We're in the house. We're gonna walk you through this entire experience, 7 courses. But before we get into the 7 courses, we're gonna do 2 canapes, little bites.
Little bites.
We're gonna do a cocktail, a limoncello mojito done with Saint Germain with fresh mint. And it's really simple. Change up the pace as you go through this evening experience. If there's more than 2 of you, switch it every course, okay? It's like a little kind of game of stress or fun. Depends on how you look at it, all right? So without further ado, let's get into it. Happy Easter, everyone. Okay, everybody, so the cocktail, the first thing, the thing that Matt and I love to have at the end of a Saturday night service.
Just a little nip.
Maybe a beer now and then, but yeah. So I want you to go to your box, and maybe you've already unpacked your box, so no problem. What you want to do is you want to go find this container, and inside you have 3 of these 4-ounce black containers and 1 of the sugar. And then you've also got a can of limoncello. You want to get yourself 2 highball glasses, some ice, and you want to get a shaker. And the shaker is just a quicker way to get this cocktail done. Matt, my lovely assistant, is going to help me today. Could you pop the lid off of that for me, Matt?
With pleasure.
In this mix, we have white rum, limoncello, Saint Germain liqueur. Oh, smell that. Woof. Fresh lemon juice. You're going to go 1.
Nice one.
You're going to go 2.
Both of them.
Yeah.
There you go.
You've got all this mint. You're going to just take the mint, and what you can do if you want, you can just give it a little crush down with your knife.
And what's that
to bruise it? Well, just to wake it up, bring the flavors out. So we're going to just throw the mint in. Now, of course, when you make a... What? That's sugar, not salt.
I know.
Okay. Well, somebody might be like, what's he doing?
It's a lot of sugar.
He's doing that wrong. It is a lot of sugar. You know, generally when it comes to cocktails, you shouldn't know the amount of sugar that's in it.
But it's Easter.
It's
You need
Easter.
sugar.
You need sugar. So normally when you're making a mojito, you're going to pestle and mortar it. The sugar with a touch of lemon juice or lime juice along with the mint to kind of bring out the herbaceousness of it. But what I've decided to do instead is to just take a little bit of ice, put it into your concoction. You don't need a whack load of it. And we're not going to put a fizzy inside, okay? It's
Not
just
yet.
This is just basically the soul of the drink. So Matt, can you give that a good old shake?
Good old shake. How do you do it?
Yeah, get it over.
One
Yep.
ear, the other ear.
Is that what it is?
I don't know. I'm a chef. Good.
So rock it out a lot harder than that, please. Rock it, rock it, rock it. There you go. There you go.
Hope I'm doing this right.
You're doing it. You know what? You're
really
proving.
cold.
You're proving that you are the bronze of this kitchen. Slamming that out like that with a piston. I love it. Okay, so after you've got that done, all you're going to do is just take this mixture and you're going to hit 1. You're going to hit 2. Now, the only goofiness of this is you don't have any of the mint. Because guess where the mint is?
In here.
Exactly. So how
are we going to get that out?
How are we going to get that out? Simple. You're going to bring back one of your little containers. You're going to go in, you're going to drop it, and look, it's right there in the cup. The ice falls out, and the mint gets stuck to the side. So now you can pop it in, grab yourself a spoon. Remember, in your setup sheet, we have everything that you need to put out into your kitchen so you're ready for the day. Now, just grab your good old trusty can of limonata.
Limonata.
Yeah, we love this stuff. Wish I could get it on the keg. And then we're just going to pop that in.
Look at that.
Look at that. It's pretty straightforward. I feel like I'm in Cuba.
And then you look outside and it's not.
But not at the all-inclusive.
No.
No, totally not. Chef Matt.
There we go. Cheers.
What is this? Oh, it's 11:15. Happy
Cheers.
Easter,
Happy Easter.
everybody. I hope you're drinking one at that time.
Wow.
That's great with the
nice.
limonata.
I'm done for the day. See you later.
You're done? Oh my God, he's done. The limoncello flavor comes through and through with the Saint Germain. Let's get into canapes. Matt's coming up right next. Well,
that was hard work.
It was hard work. My elbow is sore. Let's get into the canapes, the little bites. We have 2 of them for you. Matt's going to demonstrate to you here. We have the shrimp and chorizo croquette, and then we have the beet-stained deviled egg with the Dijon egg yolk.
That's
Take
right.
it away, chef.
So what you're going to want to do, everyone, go to your boxes and grab container A and container B. First up, we're going to have a pan on a medium flame. We're going to get a head start on our croquettes. So what you're going to do is take a 2-ounce container of canola oil that we've included, dump that right into your pan. All your waste, I guess you can give to your lovely assistant.
Well, no, they got their box off in the corner, and they just put everything. Yeah, they put everything in the box. Then they're good to go. And then, generally, my comment is always, in terms of the containers, do the recycling the next day.
Hopefully, it'll land on the day that they're picking up.
Yeah.
Okay. So chorizo croquettes, we've got them already pre-fried. So we're just going to be a little reheating action in our pan here. So we're going to drop all 4 of them in, and we're just looking to bring the heat back to these little guys. They are tasty as the dickens. So when these are going, I'm going to head back and grab container A, which will be our beet-stained deviled eggs. We're going to get these piped out. So what's in this box, you're asking yourself, is a container with crispy shallots and chives, a little cute little piping bag filled with our egg yolk deviled egg mixture.
Done with Dijon, I believe.
Dijon, yes. And the big hammer on the bottom are these little beauties, our beet-stained deviled eggs. So what we've done to get these to this state is a 12-minute boil with a little bit of vinegar in the water, and then we let them sit in our beet-stained pickled liquid. And that
So the
gets a purple
beet-stained
color.
pickled liquid that we use here at the restaurant, we use to stain our beet-stained shallots. But we took these eggs, and how long after they were peeled, did they sit in the actual mix?
Oh, we let them sit for 2 days just to get the color
2 days to get
permeated
the color.
through the whites. And I'm just going to give these little bad boys a flip. Get our heat back up there. Hopefully don't set on the smoke alarm.
He's already starting up the bad boys. If you don't know the bad boys comment, you do a shot every time you hear us say bad boys. So that's 1 shot.
One shot.
And it could just be like one of these. Oh, yeah,
That's all you need.
All right, do it, bud.
Okay, so up next, we're going to cut off this little tip of our piping bag because nobody wants to eat that, especially at Easter.
Well, you're not going to get it out.
No, it's not going
All right.
anywhere.
So what are we doing?
So first step, we're just going to control with our bottom hand and pipe down with our top, right or left-handed. I'm right-handed, chef's left-handed, so it's always a...
I'm the best partner to have.
There we go, just like that. Then we're going to garnish these with our chives and crispy shallot mixture that was included in container A. And that's it. One's done. And since these are almost done as well, they smell delicious.
Oh, yeah.
Know what I'm having for lunch.
There you go.
So, we've included our sriracha mayo. We'll put that down as a base. It's up to you whether you want to put in a little ramekin.
I think it like that.
I like it better
less
like
is
that.
more, right?
That's what I think.
Smart.
Okay, and we'll keep our paper towel.
And we're super generous. We've given 2 each.
Just because they're so good. So you'll see there was a paper towel in the container B for the croquettes. That will actually double as soaking up the excess oil from the pan. So we're just going to plop those on, as well as a little bit of cilantro to garnish.
Amazing.
And that's it.
Amazing. There
Bon
we go.
appetit, everybody.
Little bites, Easter style. I mean, look at those eggs. You don't need to find them. You just need to eat them.
They're right here.
That's it. Hey, everybody. Hope you enjoyed your canapes and your cocktail. We're going to slide into first course 1 of 7. We're looking for you to go to your fridge and grab container 1A along with 1 and B. This is a twist on the classic wedge salad, iceberg lettuce. Some of you are like, I don't really like that. Yeah, you do.
Well, you will after this.
Let's talk about what we've got going on here. The presentation is straightforward. We've got ourselves little 7-inch bowls here that we've decided to use. We are going with 1 iceberg wedge per person. What you want to do with your iceberg wedge is you don't want to lay it down on its side. You want to stand it up. Now I got a little bit of stainage there.
That's unacceptable.
From the capsicum. That's not good. Don't worry, you're not going to have that happen to you. We're going to make sure we're going to change a little bit there, the presentation on that. So you got 1 wedge each, and let's talk about what's in the container. Pickled jalapenos.
All done in-house.
Exactly. Pickled daikon. This is cold pressed canola oil. And then in here in the container, we have some roasted capsicum and double smoked bacon. In the second container, 1B, we have Woolwich goat's cheese. We have a lemon, olive oil, garlic bomb done with garlic. Garlic, like double garlic.
Double garlic. So
And then crushed crostinis that we just crushed up. So if you look at them and you're like, I like mine more chopped, go right ahead. Okay, so it's really just about assembly. A lot of this is all about assembly. It's just putting things together. Because like us, professional chefs, we do most of our cooking the day of in the afternoon till we get to dinner service. And then when dinner service comes, it's more about assembly and then cooking proteins. But that's really, we're like model builders at the end of the day. So the best way to approach this dressing, is to first go with the dressing that you want to soak into the actual lettuce. So you've got enough in here to put half onto one lettuce cup and half on the other.
Perfect amount.
Right? And then what you want to do is come back with the goat's cheese. Now the goat's cheese, because this is like a Woolwich style, it's creamed, it's basically what you want to do is you want to do little pieces. There's many ways to go around this. You could use a little demi-tasse spoon, or the fact that this is so nice and chilled, I can actually get away with. Yeah, I can just kind of get away with it in my fingers, but I'm gonna have to run off set in a second and get me handsies all washed up.
I got you.
You got me? Thanks, chef. So here we go. So Matt and I have been at Next together. Come May, it will be 10 years.
10 years. What's that? Is that a diamond anniversary?
It's a diamond anniversary. I think we get. I think we get to go to like Iceland together or something. I don't know where we get to go. We get to do something fun. I know. We'll go to Delaware. We'll go to that gig.
Great idea.
Let's go to that gig again.
Let's do it.
All right. So goat cheese is down. It's crumbled. Don't get too freaked out about positioning. And if you have tweezers, put them away. We're not doing that.
We're sure
here.
you're going with that one.
We're not going here. We're not going there today. So now all we want to do is basically just garnish things up. So the crostinis, want to pop those down. And you clearly don't need as much that's in here. We're going to go with the double smoked bacon. Lardons. Down we go. We're going to do the pickled daikon. So there should be about 5 slices. 1, 2, 3.
Very Easter looking dish with the colors going.
Right. It was like I was thinking of eggs when I wrote this menu at 2 o'clock in the morning. Pickled jalapenos. Pickled jalapenos. There we go. And we finish with the capsicum for the color and also the flavor. Goat cheese, roasted capsicum, and then to finish off, the canola oil, cold pressed. So you can see this, it almost looks like its color is like cold pressed canola. It almost has like a turmeric color. It's so bright and colorful. Look at that.
There you go.
Throw your containers away into your recycle bin, the box that we provided for you, and then maybe get one of the kids to do the recycling the next day. This is the wedge salad, done with roasted capsicum, pickled daikon, jalapeno, crust brioche croutons. Not brioche croutons, they're just French baguette. And then we have a lemon, garlicky dressing, jalapeno. I'm gonna be quiet. You go and head out. Chef, thank you. Course 2, we're doing prawns. You know, when the holidays come around, it doesn't matter what time of the year it is, you should always have a shrimp or something like a crustacean somewhere in your menu. Of course, tonight, what we're gonna do here for you, we're gonna do shrimps, we're gonna do it with some spice, harissa, we've got some caper, shallot, butter drawn. You know, like when you're doing lobster and you got your drawn garlic butter. Or
that's the best.
Right? In this place, it's going to be harissa for us, done with the butter. So, Matt, take it away. You got your frying pan?
Yeah, it's all ready to go. So we're going to head to your kit, bring out box number 2. And inside of that, you're going to have a container with butter, small solo cup of olive oil, and this is the boom boom. So what's in here? We've got the harissa spice, shallots, and some, what else is in there? Chorizo? Looks like chorizo.
No, well, I basically, the harissa on its own is too much, so I do cut it with chorizo, but for color, I also hit in some paprikas there.
Awesome.
And you got some sliced shallots inside.
Sliced shallots inside, and obviously the shrimp and the baguette.
So I'll take the baguette over here, which, as you read the menu description, it says toasty. So while Matt's getting his pan up to speed, I'm going to be the toaster. All yours, chef.
All right. So first up, we're going to put a little bit of our oil in, and we're going to add in our prawns and the shallots that are already in the container, all ready to go.
And I think I put some oil in here.
In the butter as well.
In the butter as well, yeah. There's some, so you can just hold back the butter for a second and let things get going.
So very important to have your prawns flat so that there's always contact with your cooking surface, I think, so they all cook evenly.
Absolutely.
And there's not one prawn that's overcooked and then you end up flossing your teeth with the...
Cooking 101, right?
There you go.
Yeah.
So these come together very quickly.
I'm going to let you get the rest of that in there.
There you go.
There you go. And go ahead with your harissa, chef. So we're going to bring out the full flavor of that spice. There you go.
Spice mix. So this is going to wake up the prawns. The harissa spice. Whew, it's already hit me. Close to the action.
But let's have a confession. What do you think of spice? Are you good for spice?
Well,
personally?
this is how it is. My brain says to like spice, but my body, not so much.
You get the sweats,
I get
don't
the
you?
sweats
Yeah.
instantly. But I do love spice.
Scary sweats.
Chef's always like, what's going on? He's cooking with spice. Okay, so prawns are just about there. We're gonna add in the butter that was in with the oil. And that's all gonna come together. Take our heat down a little bit so that we don't separate the milk solids and the butter itself, and we have a nice cohesive sauce to glaze with, and also to dip the
Oh, that looks so good.
toasty baguette in. Look at that.
So is
eh?
there any like kind of Coles notes? Could anybody like screw with this recipe a little bit? Like, what if they had some 35% cream? Could they hit a bit of that in there?
Just at the end, yeah.
Add that in, a little bit of
Get your volume up,
right?
and it would bring the color up as well. Your sauce would be a lot lighter. But
Salt-wise, I don't think we need to. I think we're good because I added that in there. That looks gorgeous.
there's a spoon throw.
So, like basketball player, right?
Yeah.
But for spoons. So the baguette, if you didn't know what I was doing, I just had the oven on broil. For at home, you'd have your oven on broil, and you just get yourself a little pie plate, and then you're just gonna put your bread down. Now, some of you are gonna be like, why is he doing it that way? Wait, just hold on a second. Hold on.
It's all going to come
It's
together.
all gonna come together here, people. You're gonna basically take 3 of these crostinis. Actually, we'll just do 2. Go ahead there, chef, and pile them right up on top. We turn this fun thing. Yes, definitely flames off.
Cooking's done for now. Let's do 2 on top. Well, there's 5 prawns here. What happens now?
I don't know. I guess I'm gonna cut 1 in half.
There we go. Go halvesies. So then if you look, you've got all this lovely aromatic drawn butter left over that
Yeah.
we're just going to spoon right over top, and make sure you get some of the shallots and parsley that were in there as well. Man, that smells good.
FYI, you get 3 prawns each, okay? We'll make sure. So, must have been a late night last night for me. All right, and then we just have a couple more pieces of bread to go on the side.
right on
This
the
is
side.
really straightforward. Again, this is something that you would have if you were like just starting out the dinner, but to have it as an actual course is also kind of entertaining.
After that salad, too. Mm-hmm. There we go.
Shrimpy time, harissa time.
Okay, so next up, we're going to head and grab 3A and 3B. This is a pulled ham hock, pot barley, and sunchoke puree. Oh, my goodness, look at that. It's coming up already. That was fast,
Wait
eh?
a minute. Like, it's not even in the container. Okay, so we're just cheating a little bit. But 3A contains the actual physical soup. And what else you got?
And 3B will be our garnishes for the soup. So we've got a container with chives and roast garlic confit, smoked pulled ham hock, and pot barley already cooked out, ready to go. So this is coming together, bing, bang, boom, super quickly. Take the lids off these.
Yep.
And into your soup cups, soup bowls, I guess, not cups. Okay. A little bit of pulled ham hock for everybody. Some pot barley.
So you'll notice Matt's putting this garnish in cold. He's not putting it in hot. If you wish to heat it, you can. But by nature of the fact that the soup will be at a full rim boil, when you take it off the stove, it'll actually crush that temperature out of that completely.
And bring everything up.
Everything up,
nice
yeah.
and hot. And next up, soup.
Yeah.
So we're going to equally portion these up into our soup bowls.
Look at that, perfect portioning.
Oh, it's going to be tight. Always keep a little bit left, just in case you need to even it up. Ninja tactic. Okay, and then to finish our soup garnish, we're going to have 1 confit garlic clove.
So
in
garlic
each bowl.
confit, talk to us, what is that?
That is garlic cooked out in fat. So we've used canola oil to cook out, low and slow, half an hour, 45 minutes on the stovetop, and the leftover oil and aromatics that you get are unsurpassed. There's also roast garlic in the.
And the more important
soup
thing
as well.
for you to remember, everybody at home, is that when you cook garlic confit, you cook it in an oil, low and slow. You actually invert the sugars in the garlic, so you're not gonna get that garlic halitosis action. Although you had it already in the shrimps.
Shrimps.
You already had it in there,
So that's why we're trying to take away a little bit.
take away a little bit, right?
A lovely hearty winter soup. When you look outside, still lots of snow on the ground.
Yeah, I mean, here we are filming in March. It's the first week of March. But, you know, by the time we get to Easter, the soup's still going to work. Frankly, this soup works any time of the year for me, but it's definitely like a fall, late harvest, early spring action. It's the smoked haddock. No, not haddock.
Not haddock.
Smoked ham
Smoked
hock.
ham hock. You had the H right.
I had the H right.
Close.
That's about it. Enjoy, everybody. Hey, everybody. I hope you enjoyed course 3, the soup. Always a crowd favorite. Love that thing. It's up there with the smoked haddock chowder that we do here at the restaurant. Hence why I keep talking about it so much.
Next Easter.
We're going to slide into container 4, which this course, pork schnitzel.
Yep.
Done with a brown sugar cherry sauce, butter sauce. Chef, take it away. Show us what it's all about inside this container.
So inside container number 4, you're going to find 2 schnitzels, 2 portions already ready to go, a brown sugar and cherry demi-glaze, a container with butter and canola oil in it, chopped parsley, and beet stained shallots. The parsley and shallots we're going to set aside for our garnish. And the oil, we're going to hold back the butter. Oil's going right into a preheated pan, high heat, just like that. Get all the goodies. No butter though. I don't want the butter just yet.
Chef, I'm going to take the sauce and go put it in the kitchen on another
I
burner.
think that's a great idea.
Cheers.
Okay, schnitzel time. So we're gonna grab our tongs. Schnitzel down. When you're putting anything in a pan, you always want to go away from you. So if you put it in the pan coming towards you, you risk getting a little splash. Nobody wants that.
That's like Algonquin 101, eh?
Yes.
Algonquin College, if you're not from the Ottawa region and you're watching this video from the islands of Bali in Indonesia, perhaps.
I wish.
Right?
Actually, it's not snowing there.
Nah.
Put that off to the side.
Yep.
And I just want to keep an eye. We'll get our flame a little higher here so we get a nice crisp coating on our schnitzel here.
Any German in your family?
No, I've got Irish and Scottish.
Wow.
So
you're like right
hence
up
the
there
red in the
with me.
beard, a
Yeah.
little bit loopy.
Hence why we hang out so much.
Yes.
We're doing 10-inch plates for this course. All right. You want the plate to be warm. Remember, use your oven warm drawer. If you have one, set it to number 1. You can put these plates in at the very beginning. For purposes here of the shot, we're not doing hot plates, but you can see Matt's coming along here pretty quickly. Schnitzel isn't a crazy course to cook. It's not something that requires a lot of effort because we've taken it all away from you.
Yeah.
We've already had it pre-breaded,
And pre-cut.
pre-cut. How's the color? Is it coming?
Getting there on the bottom. Almost.
Oh, I'd say
Oh, that one's getting close.
I'd say go with the butter.
So give us a flip. And then the butter that you held back is going to go in there now. And what that's going to do, not only does it sound great, it
Yes.
smells great. Good little basting action going on. And the butter is going to help get that nice, beautiful crust on each schnitzel.
Give it a little deflect right there with the frying pan so they can see that. Sorry, we don't have a mirror, okay? We're not
See
in
if we
the
can
studio.
baste inverted base. Is that a thing?
Yeah.
It is
But
now.
even just bring the pan closer to the camera, towards them, even closer.
There we go.
There, you see that, peeps? There you go. Peeps.
peeps.
Do you get those at Easter? The little peeps and the little yellow guys?
Not anymore.
No, I remember my wife would be here. She's like, I can't find any. I've been to 3 Walmarts and there's no peeps. And I'm like, try Shoppers.
For us, it's the Cadbury mini eggs.
Is it the Cadbury mini eggs?
Yeah, that's the Achilles heel.
I love when you find Easter eggs like 4 months later. And you
Or
can
your
tell.
pet does.
And your dog's been chewing at it.
Hey, I think we're there. What do you think?
I think you're totally
I think
there.
we'll sign off on that.
Absolutely, yeah.
So we're going
And
to turn the
guess
flame
what?
off.
Chevy, whoa!
Oh, uh-oh.
Nearly took out the floor. The sauce is ready.
There we go.
1 down, 2 down.
1 down, 2 down.
Here comes the sauce, brown sugar cherry. This is kind of like a gastrique style sauce. Totally insane. If you want to do any, like the garnish that Matt's got going down on this one, is very straightforward. What do you got, Matt?
We got beet stained shallots, which has been a staple for
10 years.
10 years now.
Yeah.
10
Yeah.
years in a month.
Yeah. It's like the cocktail sauce in a shrimp cocktail at every other restaurant in the city.
Here forever. And just some simple chopped parsley.
Yeah.
That's it.
This looks so good. I think we're going to have to eat this one.
Yeah, lunch break.
Right? It's lunch break. Union break. Hey everybody, I hope you enjoyed the schnitzel course. We're sliding into risotto. We're going to do a risotto with asparagus, guanciale, green peas. Risotto is all about the action of the spoon against the rice. Matt's going to demonstrate this technique to you in the frying pan. So first thing you're going to do is head to your kit and you're going to bring out 5A and 5B. 5B contains your stock. It's about half full. And then here we have the risotto. Now, because of this demo and the way we're doing it today, I only have the 1 burner. So for you at home, you're actually going to make sure that you have a little frying pan on the side. You're going to take the guanciale, the peas, the asparagus, and you're going to keep that in a separate container. Matt's got the risotto with the butter, and this is basically finishing with salt, lemon zest, and
Olive oil.
olive oil, right. So we're going to give him a little bit in his frying pan. He's already up on a medium-high flame. So he's going to now go ahead with the risotto inside, and we're going to show you that technique where by virtue of using a spoon, you can work out the... Yeah, get her on, all those grains.
Don't want the butter in there yet.
No, not yet, but the rice, yes. Sweet. Awesome. So as he starts to agitate, go away, chef. Rock and roll. Yep. So we're just going to come in with the broth now.
A little bit at a time too, right?
Yeah, nice and slow. So you can see as you start to work it, so maybe bring the flame up just a bit more. So a bit more like a medium-high flame. So the thing here is that when you're, just give me 2 secs here, Chefy. So what you can see here, I want you to see, and that's why I'm getting aggressive with Chefy here on the plating of this, is what I want you to see is, you see how you're getting these bubble action in here? This is really important. Using the edge of your spoon, you want to go back and forth and you want to work out the grains because you're beating them against the blade of the spoon to thicken, release the moisture so that you can get it to like a statute of almost like a pudding-like texture.
And it cooks quicker too.
Well, that's really ultimately what it is, and it's to get it to that kind of like al dente where it's going to be soft to the tooth, right? So a bit more stock. Butter, we can go now. Now while Matt's doing that, I'm just going to take the garnish that we're going to use for the risotto, which is the asparagus, the guanciale, a knob of butter, a touch of oil, and the peas. And I'm going to throw that on a secondary burner, which we have over here. I just pop that on the stove. It's not going to take more than a minute for that to come up.
Should be ready about the same time. This butter's
be.
coming in nicely.
There you go.
Lovely sheen to it now.
Yep.
So you see, it's actually thickening as well.
Yeah. And with the moisture pulling away, you want to be able to see the grains and you want to kind of get the tack. So for me, where we are right now with this portioning, we're not going to need any more of this stock. So we'll always give you a half container of stock because it depends. It depends on the amount of time that you have the rice in the pan and how long you cook it out. But you can see if you look at the timing of this video, this is a very fast process. We've already cooked the rice for you to speed up the process, because if you were to do this from scratch, oof, yeah, that'd be like 20 minutes probably tops, maybe 25 to do it. And we want you to enjoy your evening. We don't want you laboring your evening away here on Easter.
Leave that to us.
Right, exactly. Anyway, it's like 7:30.
Yeah.
We're at home doing it ourselves too.
Exactly.
The best thing that we love about this experience, global tables, everything that's come out of the pandemic for us, the most positive thing has been for us is that on these holidays, we get to go home and we get to experience what you're experiencing at home right now. Magic.
I think
you can see
there.
he's almost there.
Bring the heat
Bring
down.
the flame down just a tad and just bring it all together. Let me check the garnish.
Should be ready.
I'm in the juice, chef.
Uh-oh. What's happening now? It's always like this.
Almost up.
There we go. What do you say?
Looks
Sign
great.
off on that?
Yeah, looks great. A little tasty.
Right on the money.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, so little bowl action.
That's not a little bowl.
No, it's not. Those are big bowls. These are gorgeous. These is from one of our premier Chinaware companies, manufacturer. This is Spiritware, based out of Toronto. They have so many fun different patterns and designs. This is something new that came to us back in November. I'm all good, chef. My piece came up.
Oh, you saved Easter.
You can see how quick that was. We do not want to kill the chlorophyll here on this. We just want to have it go down. Peas, asparagus, guanciale. Again, same plate. Chef, garnish.
There we go. So in this bad boy, we've got olive oil, Maldon salt, and lemon zest. So we're going to make sure each bowl gets a little bit of everything. Spoon here to make sure there is equal lemon zest, because we don't want arguments saying, you got 4 lemon zest and I only got 2. There, and that's it.
Beautiful.
Just like
so that
that
was course 4. No, 5.
5. We're almost there. You're almost there.
So if you haven't done it already, I would suggest that you crack this open as soon as you finish your cocktails. The wine that we've matched this evening for you for your entire dinner is a Malbec. This is the Phoenician. This is just this is from Mendoza. It's Argentinian. So this is just a killer red that's going to work so well with everything that's going on. If you have one of these cork openers, I'm not going to teach you how to open it. All right? There's the risotto. Here's the glasses.
There we go. It's the best sound.
Especially, it's like 10 after 12. We're not talking midnight either.
It's Vegas time.
Chef Matt.
Cheers.
Amazing to have you on this demo with us.
Lovely to be here.
Cheers, everybody. Main course coming up. All right, risotto down. Pretty tasty. How are you feeling? You feeling like you need to get up and maybe go for a little walk around the block?
Or look for Easter eggs.
Could do that. Could do that. We didn't give them Easter eggs though. We only give Easter eggs on the brunch one because I figure in the morning you're like sleepy. You know. So we have 2 more courses to go. This is a great one, a classic one. So sous vide of strip loin, key strip loin. We're doing it with honey and thyme glazed carrots. We have a classic demi-glace reduction, and then the hammer, especially for springtime.
Look at those.
Dauphinoise potatoes. So the dauphinoise will come portion ready to go on a little piece of parchment. So you're gonna pop that into a pie plate. Matt's gonna run that over and pop it into a convection oven at 350, and we're gonna cook that out for approximately 12 to 15 minutes, okay? No more than that. 12 is probably the max, 15 minutes is completely out of control. In the second container, 6A, which is the first container. If I've lost you, I'm so sorry for you. You have a demi-glace and a 4-ounce. We have some vegetable oil here, which is going to be for the beef. Here's the strip loin of beef. And then here is the carrot glaze in action. So, Matt, if you don't mind, he's going to whip to the oven, pop that in right now, and work on the carrots just at the back in a fry pan, okay?
See you in a bit.
So for us, we have a pan on a medium-high flame. It's actually pretty smoking, so I'm going to touch it to the side while I wait. What you want to do with your little sous vide bag, so this meat, we cooked it 132 degrees Fahrenheit, and we cooked that out for approximately 2 hours. The beef itself is a beautiful, perfect medium rare through and through. Yes, there's blood in here. What do you do with that? You get rid of it. We're not using that part, okay? On your frying pan, you want to take this little container and you want to hit down some oil. For the beef, you want to go down in the pan. You can see that immediately it sticks. So as the beef, and all we want to do here is really just seal it. We want to get color, mallarding over the whole surface of it. In another pot, we want to get the sauce going.
What did I miss?
Not much, actually. I'm pretty slow. I heard you scraping back there. You're rocking.
Rocking and rocking.
So sauce is going into the pot, which won't take very long. You know, it looks like a big container, but honestly, it's not that much at the end of the day because you don't need much. Get yourself gorgeous plates. We've got ourselves some 2 11-inch plates going into the meat.
There we go. Look at that.
And we're just going to cook that out. And I'm going to bring my flame up now. Matt, I'm going to ask you to go ahead and heat that up on the other side. And this is that moment when your sous chef's helping you that you can go, thanks, man. Thanks for being part of my life. Happy Easter to you and your family, Matt. Beautiful wine. We're going to get the schnitzel, the bacon, the smoked haddock. No, smoked ham hock. Going to keep doing that all night long. Even the garlic elements that are going on in this menu. Killer. Again, going to take the meat. Did you like that? A little bit of flame action. That was gorgeous, right? So you can do flames too. Just make sure you're doing it over your stove top at home. Underneath the burner, I guess is where I want to say. Oh, so good. So I just realized that in our kit, we had no salt in there, so we're going to make sure we have that for you. Hey, Matt, can you bring over a little bit of salt?
Oh, with pleasure.
For the steak, we're going to definitely need to have that. That's the beautiful thing. When, you know, cooking is tactile. It's done with a hand. So when you're like, if it's not salty to your fingers, you don't have the right amount of salt in there. How long for the salt, Chef?
Right here in my hands.
Oh, totally not in the juice. Thank you, Chef. So we'll make sure that you have that, and when you take the meat out of the actual physical sous vide bag, that's when you're going to want to sous vide, season it up. So you can see, because of the size of this meat too, we don't really need a long time on there. How are we doing, Matt? Are we there?
We're ready to go.
Okay, so we're going to let that continue to cook out. And again, it's already cooked. We're just heating it up. All right, so let's not confuse the two. So here's the dauphinoise potato. We're going to go 1 down. We're going to go 2 down. We're going to come in with some carrots.
Smells great.
Very tasty. So we're just going to keep it kind of hazardous in terms of its presentation. We're not going to get too busy with this. Matt, I'm going to let you just finish that off. And these lovely sprigs of thyme that you have, just leave them on there. Oh, that's us showing respects to a steak restaurant in the city that really loves the thyme, don't they?
They do.
All about the thyme. Speaking of thyme,
What time is it?
it's time to cut the meat. So it's very quick for you to figure this out here. You can see the grading of the meat is going this way. So if you're not familiar, because you're 10, no. If you are not familiar with it, when you cut the meat, you want to cut it against the grade. So cutting against the grade for me isn't going to be going this way, right? I look at this right now and I say to myself, I'm actually going to cut that way. Yes, I am. And I'm going to go 1 chunk each.
Wow.
1, 2, beautiful. Here's the sauce. And we're just gonna go down. You're gonna get a little bit of the sauce to hit down onto the plate.
Look at that.
If you find the sauce is a little too thick, feel free to hit just a little bit of H2O, a little water in there to kind of change it up. So, course 7, not out of control, just the right amount of sliver of meat to take you to the next level. Well, you made it. You've arrived in Valhalla, and we've got a lovely little Valhalla dream for you. This is a miso ginger chocolate panna cotta.
Say that 10 times fast.
Oof.
I'm not doing it.
And then rum and raisin ice cream.
Yep.
So container 7, clearly easy to find. It's the last container in your fridge. So pop it open and have a look. This is so simple to do. So in each one, you've got the chocolate panna cotta with the miso ginger on the bottom. You're just gonna drop the one down. Maddie, I'll give that one for you.
Lovely.
We have in here 3 little solo containers. We have, now what do we call them? Solo containers? Because I'm riding solo. No, because
No, you're not.
Exactly.
Shame.
We are, the company brand name is called Solo, so that's why we call it that. If you ever hear that expression, you now know what it means. So we're crushing your meringue up here, so it's nice and kind of dusty like. We'll make sure that happens for you on the day of. In here you have a little caramel, which is way too thick. Matt, I'm going to let you go and resolve that. So
Immediately.
the thickness of the caramel is coming simply because it's a little too thick, so we're going to make sure for that day of when you receive it at home, it's going to have a bit of a thinner set to it. Just a small oversight on our part, but definitely not going to wreck anything in terms of your experience. What we need to do right here, though, is come down with your garnish. So your garnish is comprising of blueberries and strawberries, a little garnish of each. And then we have the crushed meringue going down on the plate. Matt's coming up with the other stuff. And then all we need to do here is scoop some ice cream, and we're off to the races. So over to you. You do one of 2 things. You can either just scoop directly, or you can get a spoon that's under hot water so that you can come in and you can do a pull line and get yourself a nice dollop of the rum and raisin ice cream. Wow, this one's chock-a-block full with raisins. Whoa. Whoa-la. We're good now?
Good now.
Awesome. Yeah, I just told the peeps that are listening, those yellow peeps, that we're going to ensure that this is a little thinner. And then like a dulce de leche, you're just gonna kind of take it and just kind of run it down all over. Oh, it's like you're making a sundae, but it's such a crazy looking sundae.
An Easter sundae.
So use up all the caramel.
That's what it's there for.
It's funny, eh? It's like people have different ways of saying it. Like who? And I want to see it in the YouTube comments down below. Who says caramel and who says caramel? And is there a difference? So here we go. We're almost done. Oh,
I think that's a caramel.
that's a caramel for sure. With the ice cream, remember the ice cream, the driver gave it to you in your hand, or I gave it to you in your hand when you came by to pick it up and you left it in the freezer. Otherwise, you're having a milkshake. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Next, and more importantly, my first time doing a demo with my chef, Matt Hall.
Cheers.
Happy Easter, everyone.
Happy Easter, everyone.
Have a great holiday.